with Davis playing and checking out what he got. Y'all know this my man's yard. That's this blue child. We telling y'all, what's up, Kofi? What's up, big boy? What's up, big boy? We gotta get him a haircut. The snow going away. We go brush him up, get him back. You know he go in the yard. Come through here. Come through this yard. I love to see you try it. Y'all see what's going on and what's outside. Grown dogs. Dogs 9, 10 years old. Still got life. What's up, Freya? Miss Freya. What's up, Miss Freya? That's Miss Freya. Then you got Niklaus over there digging through the dirt. Then you got my man Coffee. Straight Chinese Chow. Y'all know what time it is. DNA. All DNA. Now this dog right here, he got an exclusive story about himself. He had a hip injury, a spine injury. What you say, brother?
You can see Kobe from there?
Yeah, I got them all. They all right here. I told him I'm over here with Davis playing, checking out the dogs. And I was just telling him about this boy right here.
Hey, man.
He got a special story to him. He had a slip disc, right? Okay. How old is he?
10.
He 10? Okay, y'all heard my man, he 10. And then we got Kofi, the blue chow. He how old is he? About 3 or 4? 4. And then how old is Freya? 9. 10, 9, and 4. So now we got a bully, we got a chow, and we got a pit bull. And this my man Davis planning right here. These his dogs. What you gonna do with this blue chow?
I'm gonna get him some female. I'm gonna make him.
You go mate him? You gonna stir him out or get a whole litter? Yeah.
He shed it funny, didn't
He shed it.
That's what I asked him. He just shed it. Because they do that sometimes.
Okay.
It's growing back now.
And probably because he was in the house during the wintertime with the heat, because you have to have the heat on. I could see that being, that'll make him
He
shed.
said all that gonna come off. But I'm just gonna cut it off.
Oh, you gonna cut it?
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it and make it easy.
Okay. I mean, I just told him, shit, this is a backyard, dog. Come through this backyard. Let me see if y'all can make it past that chain, because you gotta get past that chain to get to the door.
There you go.
And if you can get to that door, hey, my man's probably gonna give you a stack.
Yeah. ASAP. He'll take all of it.
And I put 1,000 against 2,000. I want to make me some extra money. I'm telling y'all right now, we doing good. We doing good. Thank you.
The kids over there.
We love everybody.
Them kids, man, they think dogs toys.
They think they toys.
Yeah, I keep telling them, man, ain't no toys. You can't play with them.
Now my mans, you know, we got neighbors next door with kids, and they be playing and be throwing stuff at the dogs and trying to mess with them, but we be trying to let them know like these ain't toys. You can't play with them, because we got that one right there. He 9, the chow 4. No, he 10, the chow 4, and this girl right here is 9.
She a mess. She the one they got to worry about. You know what she did that day?
Yeah.
That was her.
Yeah. Yeah, she came busting out the door and chased somebody off. I remember that. That was crazy.
Yeah, she bust out that joke.
She chased y'all. She got a story too one day. Hey. And you know when you don't see this stuff every day, you don't trip off of it, but
Yeah, she chased me trying to keep up with me.
yeah, he chased somebody off and the dog chased them off too. I mean, it was just crazy. It just show you where your dog's at sometimes. We just glad she ain't catch nobody.
She felt my vibe when I came in the house though. So when I came in the house, she was following me.
She knew something was wrong.
Yeah, she felt my vibe.
Yeah,
And when
she
I went out the door,
understood something wasn't right.
she just posted up. As soon as she seen me, she took off. She busted the boom. Oh no! I'm like, oh,
I seen her chase. I seen her chase somebody. I seen her.
she really go to work. Pretty hard out there.
What's up, Laura Dean?
Hey, man. What's up,
Y'all
man?
know we back
What's up, man?
live. We showing y'all the Chow Chow. He gonna get the
Man.
cut.
What's up, man?
He just
Kobe.
shed it a little bit because of the weather.
Kofiana. Hey, man.
He,
What's up, man? What's up, man? Hey, man.
this right here. What you looking at
What up, man?
is a
Kofiana.
Chow Chow that's in the backyard,
Kofiana.
and you cannot come through. You can't come through this yard. I can vouch for that.
Kofiana. Hey, man.
He been biting since he was a puppy,
Man, that man. He don't even like you to touch him. He don't even like to be touched.
and these was his trainers. He was little, they was grown already, cause they 10, 9, and he 4, so they 5, 6 years ahead of. So imagine what he was taught. He was taught early. And that's the key to teaching dogs. When you got an older dog and you bring a puppy around, that's how you really teach your puppy how to have character and temperament. It just depending on what you want. If you got some mean dogs, he gonna be mean. Yup. 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 Yeah, they house dogs. But I told her that.
And that's the crazy part. I got 9 cats inside the house with them dogs.
Yeah. And they work it out. They work it out.
People, dogs, you got to literally, a dog, people think dogs and cats are natural animals. That's not true. They make them natural animals because you let them be there. But you can put a dog and a cat together, and they're going to be what it is. They're going to be a dog and a cat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, y'all heard it.
Dogs like to chase things, so when a cat run, even now, even though they ain't gonna mess with them, one of them cats run, take off running through the house, they chase them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They chase them. You gotta mess slow. You don't catch that dog on cat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, mama. Hey,
Right. Yeah, a lot of people just say like they just natural enemies. And no, they ain't. They ain't. What I would say is the training.
Any kind of animal would get along with anything. I was watching that.
There you go. Any animal can get along with any animal.
Animal Channel one day, and I swear to God, a pack of lions had killed this deer, but she had a baby deer. A female lion
Right.
stood in front of the rest of the lions and wouldn't let them kill the baby deer. And the baby deer was with her for about a month. She was taking care of the deer. And one day a lion snuck up on her and got her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
She literally had the deer following her everywhere. Took care of her for about a month. The people who was filming it,
Right.
they was debating if they should get the deer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they knew at some point one of them lions was gonna kill her. Because she was staying away from the pack because of the deer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. She was keeping the deer. Yeah, she was keeping that deer safe.
Yeah, she thought it was her baby. She made her baby.
And that was just that wasn't no training then. That was by nature.
Just some animals, some Africa stuff. This happened in Africa.
Yeah, that was some nature. That was just by nature.
Yeah, it was a mother. It was she was a lion that lost her cubs, and when they killed that deer, she adopted that. She adopted the baby deer.
Right.
It was a fawn. She adopted.
Right.
And would have raised that other lion when they killed it.
She had to catch that thing at a super small.
Yeah, that's how they killed the
Like fresh out.
Giving birth to the lion, to the deer.
To the deer.
Yeah, she was giving birth when they caught her. She was giving birth, and when the fawn came out, the lion stood in front of her and wouldn't let him touch her. Then she fed in everything because she had lost her cub.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Cause what a deer. I mean, when a fawn is young, what do they? I guess they don't get milked.
Yeah, they get milked. They get milk from their mother.
Okay, so what? The cow? I mean, the lion.
The lion let it milk her. The lion, yeah, let
You
it
think?
go.
Oh, so then that mean the lion had to just.
Yeah,
They
she
ain't
just
show
lost her
everything,
cub.
but if that
The lion had lost
lion,
her cub. She you can tell she had
she
lost her
still
cub.
had
She was
milk
still
in her.
milking.
She
Right.
still okay.
And with no cubs was the pride. And more than likely she had all boy cubs and the male lion killed them.
Yeah,
You know
because
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
of times they get lost,
No,
or
in most cases, a female lion will take her have cubs away from the pride.
away from the pride,
Because the male lion, the head lion gonna kill the baby lions.
because he
The
don't
male,
want
because
them
he
to
don't want them,
come and
because they
beat
grow
him.
up, they gonna take the pack.
Yeah.
He already knows, so he gonna get them out the way
And
early.
he know when that it's crazy with lions because when they get older,
They run them off the
like
pack.
they know once they get old, they know they defense mechanisms ain't the same.
Right.
So they kill everything off early.
Right. They kill them off early.
Anything that's a challenge.
Yeah, that's gonna be a challenge to him. So
Yeah.
what it was, she must have had all boy cubs.
And yeah, so
Because he wouldn't have killed no girl cubs because he'd have made it them.
yeah, and that's what I'm looking at. So that means that like a lion basically ain't got no soldiers or no friends that they run around with. Then they run around with all
Yeah,
females.
you can have, like, say if you have two brother lions,
Uh huh.
they'll share pride. They'll share pride because they came up as
Because they was raised together,
right. They'll
so
share
they
pride.
won't turn on each
No,
other.
they won't turn on each other.
But they'll turn on the daddy,
They'll turn on the dad. That's who gonna run the daddy off. Then they gonna share the
and
pride.
then they'll share
Then
the
as
pride.
lions come, they'll split the pride. One, they'll split it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As more come, when the pride get big enough, they'll split it.
Okay. Okay.
But they'll still be within the same area. Because, lions have certain area. I think it's like a 10-mile ratio.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They all got their own.
Ratio.
They all got their own space. Like each type of animal, right? Like an elephant gonna have so many, and they know when they enter it in each other.
Elephants really running packs.
Yeah. They run in big packs.
Lions have a tendency to have space, territory. That's where they mark their territory. They mark it like a 10-mile radius. Another lion is smelling like, oh, can't go in this space. You know what I'm saying?
So what? Okay, then. So what you saying about the elephant is basically
Elephant is a pack
an
animal.
elephant just roams all the way anywhere,
Right. If you see an
not
elephant
no
alone,
certain
if you see an
territory.
elephant alone in the wild, it's because it got lost from the pack or sick or it's going off to die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Elephant is a pack animal. They're a pack animal.
And I can see that, but they don't have no territory or nothing. Like they just roam. They just roam.
Water, they going wherever water.
Wherever water and plants at, cause they don't eat meat.
Where there's foliage and water, they gonna go eat the foliage and water.
And it's crazy, cause that's how God created animals to know exactly
But that's how
what
people,
to eat.
But you gotta think about it, that's how people survived and existed before we became a community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tribe. We weren't a community.
We learned how to certain, I'ma say they did. They learned, like the witch doctors learned which plants can heal you, because before any pharmacies and pills, and they was healing people back
You
then.
gotta think about it. Nature give you everything you need to get well.
Yeah,
Much.
that's what I'm talking about.
The main thing is water.
Right.
If you drink enough water, you can get well of anything.
You sure can. I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just get well. But enough water to cure anything because it's going to flush you out.
Yeah, it's running a lot of stuff out of you when you use the bathroom, and yeah, you get a lot of stuff out of your system like that.
Flush you out. So water was like the main thing for medical purposes when we was young as a human being.
Yeah, cause they was getting, cause certain plants you could cut open a leaf on certain plants.
Humans took their ideas, like took their behavior from animals. They seen how animals ran and how animals did what they did, and humans adopted that same type of trait. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you got to think we was with them.
God put man in charge and over all.
But we had to learn from somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We just adopted things we seen animals do. Animals gonna do what they do. So you see an animal do something like that. That's probably what I need to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got dogs that'll wipe their butt. You know what I'm saying? After you
On the
wash them, they
ground.
squat
Yeah,
down, wipe their
there's
butt.
scoop.
Yeah, scoot and wipe their butt. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Some of them will
Yeah,
do
they
that.
wipe their butts. You know?
Some of them do that.
Yeah.
It's just so much. It's so much to take in and know and learn, man. Like,
Animals could be a great teacher if you pay attention to it enough. You know what I'm saying?
and I'm a firm believer of man learned everything through man, just through they like, I mean, like learning how to study from
Yeah, man.
anything.
What you doing? Mama, what you doing, mama?
Like you saying, like they learn certain things from certain animals. When they learn certain traits from certain animals, you were saying people learn things
Watch
from
that man.
animals.
Watch that man.
What they did
Hey, man.
was they went in and they looked into it deeply. Like, okay, this animal getting well from eating off of this
Yeah.
tree right here. So let me get a piece of this tree
Yeah.
and take it in
And when
and
somebody get sick, let's
let
see
me
what happens.
study it.
Yeah.
You let me know, let me get the leaves off the vines, let me grow it. I mean,
Man, they
like,
got stuff. They got stuff in Amazon that cure people that the United States won't even let come this way. You know what I'm saying?
when you say
In
Amazon,
Amazon,
the river,
no, the Amazon
the
jungle,
like,
in
yeah,
Amazon,
okay, that's
Amazon
what I
jungle.
meant. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
they got stuff there that'll cure stuff, man, that the United States would even not let come this way.
right.
And you would have to go so deep inside the Amazon to get it. You know, you got people in Amazon been living for hundreds of years, bro.
That's how they found fentanyl.
Yeah,
Cause I tell people right now,
yeah, you got people that been living for hundreds of years, bro.
yeah, cause
Oh, I'm
listen,
talking about, they be doing them documentaries. You can see a person on there, how old is this person? They're like, oh, he's 130.
cause
What?
listen, you can get the fentanyl that they send to the streets that'll kill you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you got the hospital fentanyl.
That'll kill you too, but
It'll kill you, but
it's only giving
they
they know
gonna
how.
give it to you in a way for it not to
There you
kill
go,
you.
because they know what to do with it.
And my thing just is, my question is, who is the supplier? Who in the hell supplying
And
all
where
of
do they
that
come from?
fentanyl? Cause hey, it's gonna be in every single hospital. They gotta have enough
That is.
for
When they
if a
knocked me,
world crisis happen.
when they did my hernia surgery,
Yeah,
they
they
put me
put
under
you
with
on.
fentanyl.
They put you on the
They
fentanyl.
put me under with fentanyl, and now
And that's when I started doing my
they sick
researches
because
off
I was
of.
gone for 45 minutes. They had
So,
to bring me back. I was gone for 45 minutes.
so
That
right,
fentanyl
okay.
was like, no, bro, you should have done that. You know what I'm saying?
They put you for. Is
They
that
put me
how they
under.
put you to sleep?
They put me under for 45 minutes. Now they put me under with the fentanyl.
They
And
use
then,
that to put you to sleep,
right, then it's
right?
time to wake me up. They had me on the machine because I wouldn't wake up and I wouldn't breathe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for 45 minutes. I woke up, man, everybody crying. What y'all crying for? I said, man, you was there for 45 minutes. What? You should have told me you was allergic to fentanyl. Man, I'm not allergic to no goddamn fentanyl, to my knowledge anyway.
Right,
You know? But you might have gave me too much.
right. Where y'all get this shit from?
Right, you know what I'm
Excuse
saying?
my language, but hey,
But
cause
you
y'all
and I
gotta
know what's
have
going on. You know
if
what I'm saying?
if you got a tiny bit of fentanyl in the hospital, you got a whole bunch in there. It ain't no little bitch, cause you have a world crisis. America, the first people they call.
Yeah.
Who in the hell is
Man,
supplying?
who you think?
Who's supplying the
Who you
hospitals?
think? The cartel.
And I really be wondering that because it's like they got that stuff in hospitals.
Yeah, they got
You
it.
get caught with it out here, you gonna go to jail,
You
right?
go to jail.
So then, and we know slick is slick, whether it's in the corporate world, whether it's on the street world, whether it's wherever it's at, slick is slick. And if it can make it to the hospital,
You gonna make it
it's
to the
gonna
street.
make it to the street.
Ain't no doubt about it.
Ain't that right?
No doubt about that.
And it's like, okay, so then they cracking regular people on the streets that's just regular people that's living,
Uh-huh.
that's making a living off of it. And you know,
It
okay,
ain't
it's
legal though.
illegal.
We know it ain't legal.
We know, right, we know it's illegal and all that.
Ain't nothing
But
legal about
damn,
that junk.
they focus on getting that shit out the neighborhoods more than they focus on keeping it from coming to the neighborhoods.
Yeah,
You see where I'm at?
no doubt. No doubt. That's exactly where you at.
Focus on keeping it from coming to our communities.
That way
Don't
you won't
focus
have to worry
on,
about getting it out of the
you
community.
won't have to get it out our
Right.
communities.
You won't be there.
It won't be there.
But you do that, then what? Somebody missing some money.
Somebody missing some money. And you heard that straight from the Black Klan.
Somebody missing some money.
Because y'all know that's what we represent. You got the Ku Klux Klan, you got the Black Klan. We wear black sheets. Y'all just ain't seen us yet because we ain't showed our faces. Y'all gonna see us real soon.
You know what black sheets?
Yeah, you know the Black Klan, baby.
Hey man, who that down in my yard? Who that? Who that man right there? Who that man? Hey man. Hey man.
Because all we is just small advocates and community leaders. We have kids playing with these dogs. Kids come and clean these yards for us and get paid. We really help the community out. Y'all just don't see it. But y'all can know that we really do it. And we ain't just talking. And then, you want to get people like the Urban League involved and stuff like that, but they fire their own kind with their own projects. That you have a black project come through and they'll shut it down or they won't even allow it. It's like, but y'all want us, how can we save if we can't get involved? We can't get heard. So, I mean, it is what it is because we're going to still put our work in. Y'all going to hear us right through these phones. And we gonna tell y'all, we even got advice, if you come home from jail, listen, you wanna make it? Cause we done both came home from jail. My number one rule is this: come home and don't be quick to get involved with everything and everybody. That's your number one rule. Pace yourself.
Patience is truly a virtue. That ain't just no instant quick commercial.
What would one of your first pieces of advice to be to a person getting released from prison to survive out here?
Just to focus, sit back and focus, and make a plan. You just can't just be out there willy nilly. You know, you got to make yourself a plan, and you got to stick to it, no matter how difficult it gets.
Right. You been incarcerated before?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Half my life been spent in jail.
All right. You got a car?
I got a car, a house, a truck. I think there was 3 cars parked out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 of them out there.
And you been incarcerated, ain't you? And you stay in your own house, right? You don't live with nobody, right? And you got 9 cats and 4 dogs. And you done been to prison. And your dogs eat good. They don't even eat dog food on Sundays.
They eat steaks and whatever, they eat all leftovers.
And you been incarcerated. Y'all heard that? Barack Obama, what's up? Hello there, we see you. We greet you.
The thing about making it, bro, real talk, the thing about making it in society, the thing about making it is this. You just got to want to make it.
You gotta want to make it.
Yeah. People say they want to make it, but they don't put forth the effort to make it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So then, I'm going to take that.
When you first met me, what was I doing?
Working.
And when I lost one job, what did I do?
Get another one.
When I lost that job, what did I do?
Get another one.
Stayed working.
And then you ended up opening up your own thing.
There you go.
Dave was planning.
There you go.
Dave was planning. It's doing well for you too, ain't it?
Yeah. I can't complain. It don't happen overnight. You know what I'm saying?
How many brothers did you get involved in that? In that minority when the SBA was giving out grants? How many brothers did you put up on it?
I put a few of them up on. I think I got that. Did I do you?
You told me about it too. Yeah. That's why I'm asking, cause that's helping your community. Cause I was just coming and getting home from prison almost. I had my company for a small minute. And you said, hey, listen, they got stuff for minorities. And I said, well, man, we need to help get this word out so some people, and a few people just behind us, even if it wasn't a million, we helped enough people that helped their family with their money. So, that was.
A lot of kids took that money, man, and bought them a car.
Yeah, they did. They did. They needed that car.
They needed it, though.
They needed that car.
Yeah, they needed it. A lot of cats took that money and bought them something else. But a lot of cats took that money and did what needed to be done with it to be successful with it.
So now they talking about this $5,000 that they gonna give. What you gonna tell somebody to do with that money? Invest it.
Cut some grass.
Yeah, because this the
People don't know.
setup.
Man, grass cutting pays well.
It sure do.
It pays extremely well if you determined to make it pay well.
We cut some yards and cleaned some pools. We
You know,
did we
bunch of
we
things.
did a lot of work.
You know,
Got pictures of it still.
you know, bunch of things. Cut down trees, doing everything.
Yeah. I mean, came out hard.
Repairing houses.
Got recruited by companies to fix houses and do a lot of different things.
We jack all trades. If it was up there, we was at it.
And we still had dogs.
We paid some money, we did it. How
Cause
much it pay?
these dogs 9, 10, and 4. So y'all know he had these dogs while we was doing what we was doing. So y'all know we been doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
So that's the real game. Cause I'm telling y'all right now, cause a lot of people gonna get incarcerated and get unincarcerated. A lot of people gonna come home
Yeah,
from
those
being
that come home,
incarcerated.
those that come home, they need positive swing behind. It's good to have somebody behind you, man, that you can count on. That's gonna say, man, don't give up now. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You spend 10 years in that jail, you didn't give up.
right.
You ready to give up after 1 year not being there? You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
you have to come home and take care of yourself.
Yeah, come on, man.
Number one rule that we just came up with on this one right here is you're gonna have to want to stay on top. You're gonna have to want to survive first. You gotta want it.
Your actions got to show that is what you want.
Yeah.
Your actions got to be straight towards that only. You
Yeah.
got to have a focus that's so in it that man, can't nothing change it, man. I'm at that and that's what I want and I'm gonna get that.
So
Nobody finna deter me from getting it. I don't care what they say, what they do. It may not happen tomorrow, but I promise you, one day somebody gonna look up, I'm gonna have that.
yeah, so y'all heard that if you got people incarcerated, the thing to keep putting in their ears until they come home is, hey, you gotta want it. No matter if they don't want to hear it or not. Plant the seed. You got to want it. You got to want it. You got to want it.
What you was doing prior wasn't working for you, bro.
Right,
You know, because if it was, you wouldn't be in there for it.
right. And if you got a chance to get out, come back, you ain't do nothing too bad.
Yeah, make what you want, make what you do work for you.
Cause if you don't come back, then you know you did something, or you got told you did something
You gotta make it
bad.
make sense, man. You gotta make it make sense. It don't make no sense if I'm standing out here 12 hours a day and I go in the house with the same $2 I came out with.
Right,
That don't make sense.
right,
You know? If I go stand on the corner and kick it with my buddies for 6, 7 hours, and when I leave my buddies, I got the same $2 I had when I came to holler at my buddies, I don't need to be on that corner. That ain't the corner for me.
no, and that being you
I
asked still,
someplace where them $2 gonna turn into $4.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying? That's why I need to be. I need to be where these $2 gonna turn into $4. I'm
yeah,
gonna go home with 2. I'm gonna go home with 4. I'm gonna double this up.
because if you go home with the same two,
You ain't
then
achieved nothing.
yeah, and you ask somebody to buy all your stuff, cause you ain't supposed to come home with that $2.
Yeah, you wasted a whole day.
You wasted a
A
whole
whole
day.
day. You And the reality of it is, I'm gonna say it because it's got to be said. You know, uh, uh, us as black individuals, we was never taught one thing about money, bro. And it's a sad case, and it's true. We don't respect it.
Right.
In order to obtain wealth, you got to respect the money. You got to literally respect it. Cause see, if you don't respect it, you're gonna use it all willy nilly. But if you respect it, you're gonna use it in a way that's profitable for your pockets.
Right.
You're
Right.
not gonna use it willy nilly. Every time you spend a dime, you're gonna keep count of it, and you're gonna make sure that that dime was spent responsibly. We're not gonna do that. As black folks, we don't do that. We see it, we buy it, and we happy with it.
And we gonna keep
You know what
it.
I'm saying? That's just us. And that's just the way it is. You
And,
know?
and and it's okay to have all this stuff, but the problem is we need to be the designers of it
There you
as
go.
well as the
Consumer,
consumers.
there you
Cause
go.
see, right now we just the consumers.
That's it. We ain't
We need
designs
to
of
be
it.
the designers.
You know?
And then we can wear all this. I wish a black person owned Louis Vuitton. I wish a black person owned Gucci.
And guess what's
You
amazing
know,
about that? I can make the same Louis Vuitton looking jacket
yeah, they make it every day.
every day. Why I gotta spend
And
so much on that Louis Vuitton?
if you ask me, the knockoff is the same as the real
Real,
because
yeah.
it's made out the
Same
same
material.
fabrics. So, but then the price make the
Difference.
difference.
And also, yeah, you didn't put Louis Vuitton on the bottom of it.
Yeah, Louis
Come on,
Vuitton
man.
really didn't make it.
Right,
That's the difference.
stuff like that. But
He can go and design the same
same
bag,
thing,
the
yeah.
same knockoff, and he can hand it to you himself, and you'll say, "I got this from
Louis
Louis
Vuitton.
Vuitton."
Yep.
So that's gonna make it real,
Yeah, because he made
right
it.
there. That's gonna make it real.
Right there, yeah.
You give him a mark or an ink pen and say, "Her sign this on the inside." And one day it's gonna be worth some money.
A whole
It's
bunch
his
of money.
original signature
There you go.
on a bogus bag
There you go.
that they would call bogus anywhere
Where
else
else?
if
There
it was
you go.
sold in the corner store.
There you go. There you go. And I've been listening. And I ain't. Don't let's understand something before I get off of this here, because a lot of people might disagree with it. I was listening to this dude Puffy. This dude Puffy. This dude Puffy. You know what I'm saying?
It should
And
be an X on there.
this dude Puffy. He made a statement to
Kanye West.
Kanye West recently. A phone call. Now I don't know how this phone call all of a sudden, but I guess it got leaked because that's what jails do when you get famous in jail, and that's what they do.
Yeah, they
They leak everything.
His phone call wouldn't get
Yeah,
leaked out.
yeah. Your phone call won't get, but Puffy's gonna get leaked. Anyway, he Puffy on the phone. He tell Kanye West. He say, "Hey man, listen." He said, "Man, whatever it is you doing, you need to stop it, cause they at us." He said, "They ain't just at me, they at all of us." And he said, "What they got planned is so wicked, you wouldn't have to believe." He said, "You wouldn't believe it." He said, "What they charged me with, man, don't even care no way." He said, "What they got ready for us, bro, is wicked. They trying to take all of us down." And he spoke the truth. He spoke the truth in a way that is unattainable. Bro, the reality of this generation here has more millionaires in it than any generation prior to it together. Rap music made millionaires. Rap music, YouTube, and all. Man, they making millionaires out of 19 and 18-year-old kids. Yes, sir. Making million. And just so happen, the millionaires that's coming out of it happen to be African American. Now, that's the problem. Because we all understand one thing. Only one thing rule the world, bruh. Money. Now, what happens if all these young millionaires decide to go some sense and say, "Hey, man, why don't we go ahead and be a conglomerate? Let's put our money together. We can put whoever we want in the White House. We can put whoever we want in the governor's mansion. We can make whoever we want out of a mayor. You know what I'm saying? All political aspects of life become obtainable to the black man if they put their money together. Because that's all it takes to win an election. It takes money. You see what I'm saying? So if they put their money together, all these old millionaire dudes, just like the young state's attorney out there in Atlanta that got herself on top of that boy Young Thug and then barred him from Atlanta so he can't come back to Atlanta, right? Now what happens if Young Thug and four more of them little young rich millionaires up there poll their money and put some and and get them a candidate and say we want you to run for state's attorney.
Mm,
She ain't got a job no more.
that's true.
Young Thug can come back up to Atlanta, but they don't think like that, bro. And
Yeah,
before they start thinking like that, they plan to break them.
yeah,
They plan to break them. We're gonna break them before they start realizing the power they really have. You know, they too busy worrying about who got on $100 million worth of jewelry. Who
yeah,
riding the biggest, prettiest Rolls Royce? Oh, that's fine. You earned it. That's yours. That's what you choose to do with your money. Beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? But bro, your wealth is generation wealth. That's wealth that's unattainable by most people in life. That means for the next generation, your family ain't gonna want for nothing. You gonna be dead and gone 2 generations from now. Your family gonna be still spending your money. You see what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
That's a hell of a that's a hell of a statement to be able to make.
Yeah.
But you sitting in front of a judge fighting for your
Okay.
life, and you got all that
Yeah, I
money.
know.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense, bro.
It
It
don't
don't
make
make
no
sense at
sense.
all.
So
Not at
now,
all.
check this out. From you being like in the situation you in for being incarcerated. When y'all heard about Puffy being incarcerated, what type of what type of
Let me go let this dog
comments
in.
what type of comments
You say
what kind of comments and like conversations do they have about Puffy's situation when he be in there? Like, do anybody talk about that? Just like,
Well, I mean, at first, right, like, since I've been here, I ain't heard too much about it since I've been here in this prison. But when I was down at Charleston and whatnot, in that prison, they was talking about, like, how, like all the stuff they did, like, called them gay, all this old stuff they were doing. Talking about, man, they got so many different people involved in this stuff. They was, like, going on, like, just talking bad about them, talking real bad about them. And, it amazed me because there was like so many different people that was involved, and I was like, damn, I ain't know that. Damn, I ain't know that. Damn, I ain't know that. Because I really wasn't in tune with the social media like that, right? And we don't really have the avenues to be able to keep up with that shit besides TV. So, yeah, live from Barter, yeah, but yeah, we really ain't
what?
I mean, it was like so much, just so much, just chaos about it. Cause some people was like messed up because we listen to Puffy and all that. You know what I mean? So it's like, damn, like this really going on? Like
yeah,
seriously, like damn, like it's amazing, man. It's really, really amazing how that shit happened like that.
yeah, cause man, and I just wonder because I know when I was in jail and I got out 19, so and it was crazy because around 2015 or so, I told people that it's gonna come out that somebody gonna say that Big Meech from the BMF got told. And I heard that from the streets when out in 2014 and 15. And dudes were just like, man, Big Meech ain't told, ain't nobody. And I was like, well, that's what the streets saying.
Yeah,
Cause dog, it's a lot of dudes in St. Louis, believe it or not, that was dealing with that with that certain, you know, uh,
Aspect of life.
yeah, with them.
yeah, that's
Dudes
facts.
was actually, getting money, off the BMF guys.
Yeah,
And
you're
so
right.
somebody told me on the streets like, man, they say dude told, and then years later, it came out. Like right now, that's like
Yeah,
some of the biggest things going on social media. Like, dude he can't get nothing going on for real because his situation and what they saying. But
His name is tainted.
yeah, you facts.
You
Hey,
know?
not only because I'm somebody else to jump on, right?
go
And
ahead.
salute y'all too, right? But I'm gonna go and jump up. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate this opportunity. I appreciate the platform that y'all giving us and whatnot. If I may, I like to give a shout out to KJ. That's my baby behind boys. You know what I mean? Rooting for you to come on back home, you know what I mean? And shout out to all those that's in my corners, you know what I mean? CC, Sarah, all y'all, shout out to them, you know what I mean? Shout out to all my moms, shout out to my big brother James, shout out to my little brothers Eric and Dirk, shout out to my sisters Kathy and Katie, shout out to everybody live from motherfucking Bonter doing this on some real shit. Y'all gave us a platform. Appreciate you, brothers, man. Keep y'all head up, keep y'all faith up, and free P.
Free P, free P,
All
baby.
right, all right, my dude.
Balls
I'm
up,
gonna
baby.
make sure that your daughter heard that message, man. I'm gonna do my best, bro.
I appreciate that, man. All right, hold on.
All right,
Stop. You know I got
y'all
you.
know we got
I'm out.
platinum claws, platinum pause,
I'm
live
out.
from Batar.
Yeah, live from Bonter.
What's up? What's up?
What's going on with you? Hey,
You. So what's your name, bro?
What's your name?
You.
man, Cleon White.
Cleon White in the building, y'all live from Batur. What's up, my dude? Go. We just basically we want to give y'all a platform, man, so y'all can, cause I want people to hear, like, really what's going on straight from the inside, cause that's what we gonna title this one. This one gonna be
Straight from the inside.
straight from Batur. If you got people in Batur, you need to watch this.
That's right.
That's what we gonna call it.
And if you're in Bontan and you're listening, make sure you tell your people to subscribe and then look up Platinum Pause and like and subscribe because you're on there.
Cause you all know we
Yeah.
gonna make sure. Cause anybody that got people in Bontar, they gonna listen to this just to make see if they heard they people. So we gonna keep on doing this. This ain't gonna be no one time thing.
This is going to be a regular.
We finna turn this into something. All
Yeah.
right.
What's the day? Thursday?
Yeah.
We're
Today
going to do this every
Thursday.
Thursday.
We go.
This gonna be our agenda every Thursday.
Yeah. So y'all have them lined up, man. So what's going on with you, bro? How much time you done served? How much time you got?
Man, I got numbers, man. Talking about they crazy, man.
Man, you
200 and
ain't
some change, man.
how
200 and
much?
some change. I got 200 and some change.
200 and some years.
Man, 200 and some years. Fresh in on the two, man. That's the killing part about it. You hear me?
Damn, you say you doing it fresh. Man, give these young dudes some game, man. Hey, dog, you came across this line for a reason. Cause listen, they don't know, and
But
I'm guessing you wasn't thinking about
that ain't
that 200 years either.
even possible.
You,
Man, I wasn't thinking of this. Man, listen, I wasn't thinking if anybody was going to give me that much time. 200 and some what? Some change? I can't, how I'm going to do that? The
Right?
judge said that. I said, damn.
I know the
so
judge.
You
when
know
the
what I'm
judge
saying?
said that, like, what was your reaction? Did you say, "How I'm gonna do that," or "Damn, my time ain't my case ain't worth that"? Do you think you
I mean,
deserve that much?
I mean, of course, I don't think I deserve that much, but I went to trial, so I knew what I was getting.
You
You
know
feel
you
me? So
face it, right?
the lawyer told me what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was if I would have went, what was going on. You know, if they
Right.
offered me the dub for real, they could be wishing like, damn, should he step the dub? Or should he pick the dub?
But you know,
Yeah.
if they offered you that 20, man, and you got 200, you still got room. That
You
20
you
still out. That 20
yeah,
still there. You
you
just
can
got to keep
stay
your
in that law library.
you got to keep your head up and
You say
fight for
what?
that 20 that just
Stay
they
in that
put on the
law
table.
library and try to get that time back. If they
There you
put
go.
20 on the table,
Fight for it.
then
Fight for that
you
20 they
you
gave
can
you.
fight to get that back, bro.
Yeah, fight for it.
Man, they put 20 on the table, man. I then took it in there with them people, man, them crackers, man. That gave me football numbers, man. I'm like, man,
And
y'all
when
don't
I had
deserve
made
this.
that comment, when I said, "Do you think you deserved it?" What I was saying was like, what type of accountability are you taking for your situation? Because like me, right, I did 11 years, and I felt like I got railroaded because I did a robbery. I did a bank robbery, right? And I had a bank teller say that I told I was gonna kill her. So they were gonna give me 119 years due to my record, and then due to a false statement that was made. Like I ain't even have an ACA. So you got a first degree robbery without an ACA. You know that don't even go together.
Nah, they don't go together at all.
Right, but if I would have did like what you did, went to trial, I'd have been stuck in there myself. I ain't gonna lie, cause my case is carried 1 to 30 to life. And I had
Yeah.
got back, and I got back in court, and my lawyer said it. The lawyer that I gave $10,000 to said it right in front of the judge that I knew I didn't want to go to trial because if I went to trial, I was gonna get life in 19 years.
Right.
So I'm just looking like he turned on me that easy, bro. And I feel like you went to trial, so you felt like they really didn't have nothing. Cause you wouldn't have went to trial if you ain't feel like you wasn't good for it, right?
Most definitely. I see. I got three bodies. I took a plea on one, involuntary manslaughter. The other two, I just go ahead and took it. You know, what I'm saying? Took it to trial because I knew I ain't good for this. You feel me? But they went in there on their bunk and did what they did and rolled me. You feel me?
and
They ain't
and
want to
that's
hear that.
that's how they do us too because they felt like okay he said he took one, so then they gonna convince everybody else that he did them too. Then if he did one, then you ain't did that. You did what you
Yeah,
did. You took responsibility for that one. So
yeah. See, what I did was I took the two to trial first. I lost on that, and I was gonna take the other one to trial. I just go ahead and took the 10 and snatched out. Since fuck it, since you know what I'm saying, nigga ain't got to do all that fight trying to wiggle back home. You know what I'm saying? They could take me by 10 and come back. So that's how I did that one. You feel me?
right, yeah, man. So you from
So,
St. Louis, bro?
nah, I'm from Kansas City.
You from Kansas City, hey, Kansas City, Missouri, Midwest, dog. We
Yeah,
all through.
Kansas
I
City.
know a lot of Kansas City brothers. Believe it or not, I
Nah,
just had my Kansas City Chief hat on when they lost the Super Bowl, man.
Philly for life.
What you, my father say he
yeah,
Philly.
I told him Philly was gonna win.
Yeah, you said Philadelphia was gonna win
Shit, all
because
the
it
tabs to win three in a row.
because of the three in a row. That's was the problem. But Kansas City, man, I got a lot of Kansas City partners, man, that I actually did time with, bro. And
yeah.
cause y'all make it happen. That's the home of the hustlers too. Shit, don't get Kansas City twisted. I know about the
Most,
KC. I know about the Kind
most definitely,
Bud.
most
Yeah.
definitely,
So
most definitely.
so you say you just started it. So when you say you
Yeah,
just started, bro, how much time you got in?
man, I got 30 months, man. 30 months
Ooh.
exactly.
You
Ooh.
got
30 months.
30 months in,
I
so
just got
that's
my
about
transcripts back a couple days ago.
Ooh.
Shit.
that's 2.5 years. About that,
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
you
2 years,
30
2
months,
months.
that's 6 months.
2 years, two and a
That's
half
two and a
years.
half. You got 6 more months. That's 3 years.
Yep.
yeah.
I did a little Fed time too back in my time too, so that's why I hit 30 months.
So now
You know,
how much time did you do in the feds, bro?
shit, I did 3 years and then a violation and double back. I did that for something petty, real petty. You know, a little petty double case back in the day. But they weren't tripping on the double case. They was tripping on the bodies that was going on in '09. No, in '09. So that's all they wanted. So
We're gonna make you
they
take the
got me
body.
3 years for that.
So now
You know?
what is the what's the differences between the state and the feds? Like because you always getting the two compared. I know that's a big conversation. You probably have. I know people always ask you what the feds was like.
Yeah, yeah, the feds is more orchestrated. In the state, everybody's like one man, everybody for themselves, everybody sloppy, you know what I'm saying? People hunting, doing all type of goofy shit to each other, back doors, stealing and all that, you know, but sit down, that's what the state on. But the feds, you know, they orchestrated everything. Gang over here in Midwest, you know, Midwest time team, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a totally different ball game, which I really like. You know what I'm saying? To keep it 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, compared to where you at. Right. Right.
Compared to the state shit, because a lot of these young niggas, they just doing all type of goofy shit. You feel me? Stealing every time, running in niggas' room, stealing. You leave a little tab out, they stealing everywhere. You know, the fear ain't none of that. You feel me? Well, none of that when I was in there, so
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
it's still like that because we talked to a couple of people, in the
Yeah.
feds and stuff now.
Niggas busting out in the unit, making little outbursts, yelling and shit, talking about you want to see me cussing niggas out. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? If I wasn't old enough to know what's going on, because I'm trying to get back on my pill, I escalated in all that cool shit since I know what's going on. I'm like, damn, that's how they doing it. You know, your car run you up top, you doing all that expert, you all that yelling all in the unit and all that. Yeah, they doing all that extra in the state.
So
Most
then,
definitely.
I
Oh,
know you. I want you. You know, I want you to shoot some game to the little young G's up in Kansas City. Cause see, what I'm trying to do, man, is I'm trying to get people to understand what they in a rush to go to when they out here popping these pistols and I ain't go. Only thing I ever really try to get a lot of these youngsters to see is as far as with the murder game because see where we at murder is just like really a game like this what they do so but they don't know the side of getting caught. You see what I'm saying? They don't know that they got this technology out here now to where if they catch you, bruh, like you gonna do some time.
yeah, you gonna do some time, man. These niggas need to know. That ain't cool. They gonna hit you over the head because you ain't gonna know what's going on. You were so young going in, and your boy gonna be telling you, yeah, go to trial, go to trial. You ain't even listening. You all in the county having fights and shit. Ain't even looking at your case and nothing like that. And you go, and by the time you try to double back and go to trial, you ain't even got A to B set up. Cause you gotta have your everything from the circuit set up to your penalty and everything right. You can't be bringing raising shit at the end because they gonna always knock that shit in the head and be like, well, you didn't raise this at that time, but you was too busy in the county fight. That's why you know what I'm saying. You little young niggas, y'all can't be doing that. Stay out them trenches and love your family, man, for real. Cause I
Straight
miss
up.
mine. For real, I miss mine to the death. I got 6 kids, miss them all. Like, nah,
Man, go
damn.
ahead and give a shout out to all your kids, bro. Cause we this going over Facebook, this going everywhere
Yeah,
because it's a chance that they just might hear you, man.
yeah. Big Cleon White's my oldest son, man. Stay out them trenches, man. Keep your head up, love you to death, man. Then I got Jordan, you know what I'm saying? And my son Jordan, motherfucking, they so many, man. Chloe, my daughter Chloe, man, they just some more. They all out of town, man. You
Oh
feel me?
yeah, and say your name again for him, bro.
Clean out white, man.
Cleon White, y'all heard him. Cleon White. He said he love all his kids. He love
Different
all
baby mama,
y'all.
different baby mamas, yeah, love them all, man, for real.
There you go. That's
For real,
100.
for real.
That's 100, bro. Cause I know you want to do the right thing and take care of your people, man. Cause it just so messed up, man. They making it hard, and they make it hard to get out of there, and then they make it takes so long. It almost is set up for you to give up, but don't give up. Keep your head up and just keep on
Nah, most
doing
definitely.
what you got to
I'm
do.
200 and something. I ain't gonna never give up. You hear me?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying to get back out there, man, for real.
yeah,
Trying to
dog.
do that.
Straight up, cause I'm trying to remember, man. I had a celly from Kansas City, and I bet you would know him. I just can't remember his damn name. Man, I had this one dude I was in the cell with, man, and he was straight up like a kingpin in the state jail, bro. It was so crazy. And I had been hearing his name, but they was like they got him off the cap. And I went to the hole and I ended up being in the hole with him. He wasn't gone, but they was trying to get him. They had a case pinned up against him. Just the most they could get him with was a cell phone charge. It was so crazy.
There you go.
They
See, that's how they hit me. That's crazy. That's how they get me. Cell phone. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was fighting. They still fighting. You know, I'm gonna get it out. They trying to use cell phones. They trying to be like them a weapons, but they really ain't to my property. You
Yeah, they
feel me?
try to call it dangerous contraband.
Come on, man. Come
Yeah,
on, man.
that's what they meant. That's what they been trying to do. That's what they were saying in the circuit judge. You see, that's what I've been trying to get back on a legal search procedure. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And then they actually make it a case, man. Like, and they make it a case, bro. It's wild, man.
You said they making what okay?
No, when you be
Oh yeah.
inside jail and you get caught with a cell phone, like they try to give you the dangerous
Yeah, I
contraband.
heard in the feds they can make give niggas 2 years.
No, I'm talking about in the state. I was in the state and we had cell phone. And
Type shit.
yeah, but if you got caught with it, they was giving you dangerous contraband. They was like
Oh
they was
yeah.
trying to hit you with a It's like almost like escape, or they just had, man, it was crazy. I did 11 years, bro. I know that ain't 200, but I'm gonna tell you something. It was a lot. 11 years to me, I had to do it, and I wasn't expecting it. That ain't the number I was expecting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I know, like with society, because see, this is for the black youth right now, the ones that's running around crazy and wild that ain't thinking about jail. It ain't even in their head when they get up, grab their pistol and bounce. They ain't even thinking about jail. Like, you see dudes all the time. He might have two guns, or he might have a gun and a pack on him, and the pack be broke down into a million pieces. I mean, dog, you see shit that dudes don't even know. Like, that'll get you lost. You
They
get
get you
caught with
straight
that shit,
out.
they gonna give you 25, 30 years, and they don't be knowing this because they don't study that.
Yeah.
So
Jail ain't where it's at, man.
jail
Jail
ain't
ain't where it's at.
jail ain't where it's
You
at.
doing that murder shit, that ain't where it's at, man. You stand out there with your family, that's where it's at. That's what a real man do. A real man stay out. All that niggas talking about niggas hard, tough. All that you ain't did this for your boy. Nah. You soft for doing that for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Think about your family for anything. You
There
feel
you
me?
go. Thank you. Yes, sir.
That's how you do that.
That's
Everybody want to run as a little game and be like, yeah, man, dude, he ain't do that, he ain't do that. But that weakness, he out living his life, flipping houses, living good condos and all that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man.
Like when he was soft, all the hard niggas want to come in this motherfucker. Yeah, it ain't cool at all.
And then
Niggas got to think, man. Like, basic shit ain't where it's at.
and you know what really get me now though is a lot of cats they never learn how to fight, and then they end up going and getting incarcerated and don't got
Yeah,
no fighting skills whatsoever because they
yeah,
was used to packing a thumper. And then you get in there and somebody beat you cat flat raggedy because you
yeah.
still thinking
Ain't
it's a
no guns
game.
here. Ain't no
'Cause-
guns here. Just knife and fists, baby.
Yeah, because I know people in there work out every day.
Yeah, every day. Everybody got a physique. Everybody lifting weights, doing pull-ups and push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Fight
So if
all
you
day.
come in there and you ain't in no type of physical condition,
You get in that
you
shell with, if you and that person in that shell, like in that shell, is trying to run. You get the best in your ass down. Yeah, nah, you want to stay in shape. Shit just like that.
yeah,
For
just
real.
just like that. Man, damn,
Learn
bro.
what not to eat, quit eating certain stuff, and all that, and work out. Drink a lot of fluid. You feel me?
Yeah, and so now tell me as far as privacy go in prison, what type of privacy do you got?
I mean, you really ain't got too much privacy. You gotta sell it. You know what I'm saying? Keep it running. You ain't got no privacy.
You ain't got
You
no
gotta motherfucker sell
privacy.
it. You gotta sell it. He want to go and use the cell like you want to use the cell. You feel me? Then you got the stairs outside with just this little ass curtain. You feel me? Ain't too much. Ain't no privacy.
Ain't no
It's dead.
privacy.
It's dead. Ain't none.
Ain't no
You know what I'm
privacy.
saying? And nigga be wanted too. Be happy when you something happen to you, not something physically happen to yourself, even something happen, he gone, you got too cool, you got the warm for like 3 weeks. Mad as a motherfucker, you got to share it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Person go to court.
And then you gonna bump heads, you might get the wrong celly, he doing goofy shit, not taking showers and shit, smoking cigarettes all day. You know what I'm saying? Dirty nigga, you feel me? You probably don't do none of that shit. I don't do none of that. I don't smoke or drink. I don't be doing nothing. So when I get to shit, I be talking about, hey man, you can't live like that. You can't do that. You can't be smoking this here. Make us bump heads. You feel me?
Yeah, and that's a big part of doing time too is who you in the cell with. Cause my partner Tone, who I originally called me, me and Tone was cellies in Charleston. I've been knowing him for a real long time, man. I mean, like since
Yeah,
7 or 8 years old, and he got the same type of time you got, bro. And,
yeah,
and he just it's just worded another way. He got 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole.
yeah,
So and we working hard to get him out, get him heard, and we gonna be working. We gonna be working for everybody, man, because I really it's hard for me to say because I can't be biased because my partner in there for something, and you know, and I love him so. I can't be biased towards nobody at all. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like, man, no matter really almost what you done, jail so messed up to if you did 20 or 25 years, that ought to cover almost any kind of crime you commit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? As crazy as that sound, but people don't know the harsh reality you gotta live through when you in there for that long. It's like,
And jail ain't designed for comfort. You understand?
yeah, it ain't designed for comfort at all. So once a
most
person
definitely
do
not.
so much time, bro, they deserve another chance. You know what I'm saying? That's just my belief. A lot of people may not agree with it because a lot of people may have victims, you know, people that's been victims. But a lot of the people who don't agree with it is gonna be the same people who haven't been incarcerated. Period.
Because people don't know. Sometimes, people change, you feel me?
Yeah,
After a decade, think somebody gonna change after a decade. I mean, not everybody don't, but some people do, you feel me?
yeah.
People change, so of course they deserve a second chance.
And I'm gonna
You
tell
know?
you what, if a person, the only reason people don't change is because they don't feel enough. They don't feel no more chances. It's like they ain't. They like, what the hell? I'm a change for. I'm stuck. Like, and you know, and it take a strong minded person to change. Bro. I mean, when you dealing with that type of time, it ain't easy to say, okay, I'm a fall back and be humble because you looking at the same thing every day and you just like it's a hell of a mental situation to go through. You see how you had to tell me how much time you had, bro? You had to blow, you had to make a noise. You like, man, that's serious, man.
Man, hell yeah.
And people
You
don't
know?
think about it, bro. They ain't thinking about this stuff until they get stuck.
Cause,
Cause see, believe me, when I
yeah.
went and did my time, bro, I looked at God and thank God for a whole bunch of stuff. Because I could be the same person. I could be just and still can be. And still can be is the thing, cause life ain't over with. You know, and you don't never just you can't never say what you will and won't do. So people got this judgment thing of judging people
You
when
did the
they
crime, you should do the time. No doubt about that. We're not disputing that. But what we saying is, what is enough? When
yeah.
is it enough?
When is
Yes,
it
sir.
enough?
You know, when is
Yeah.
enough? Especially when you got an institution that should be based on rehabilitation, but it's totally based on punishment. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's
Yeah.
totally based on punishment and not rehabilitation, who's the victim here?
Yeah. Hey man, he just hit that hard. What is the rehabilitation like in our if you had to leave it in their hands, would you get rehabilitated?
Shit, what about?
If you had to leave it in the system hands, now, not your hands, the system hands.
And you followed all their rules, you did everything they asked you to do. Will rehabilitation occur in you? Do you believe it occur?
Do I believe in the system? Nah.
No, no, no. Listen to
Yeah.
what I'm saying. If you had to do everything the systems require you to do, and you don't go step outside none of their boundaries, everything they ask you to do, and you had to do it, and you did it all, do you believe that yourself will be rehabilitated?
Yeah, but even without that too, at the same time, even without that,
Right, right,
Cause,
right.
cause, cause, see, that's the thing, and I understand your answer. The answer is no, right? Because
yeah,
they not gonna rehabilitate you in there. They don't offer people that's incarcerated. They don't have enough options. They don't give you
Let me
nothing.
tell you why you can't
They'll
be.
give you a
I'm gonna, I'm
class
gonna tell you why you can't be rehabilitated in jail. You can't be
by jail, by the
by the
system.
system. You can't be rehabilitated in there. The reason being, how can an individual rehabilitate another individual if they ain't been through the same thing that individual has been through? They don't know what it takes. to rehabilitate you.
Right.
Every individual has a thought process that's his own.
Yeah, yeah.
That's his own thought process. So if my thought process says that you need this done, and that done, but your thought process you don't like doing this, that, and that, and I need this done, and that done, how you gonna obey the rules I give out?
Right,
Because
they
you're gonna
ain't gonna
always look at
match.
my rules as a rule that is standing on your neck. It ain't helping you. It's instructing you from moving forward because it's not the rules you want to apply
Yeah, it ain't.
towards your rehabilitation. The rules you see
Damn.
them applying towards your rehabilitation is rules that you feel that is punishment.
Hold on, let me see.
So it's hard for them to do that. You know,
The
these
phone
jails ain't
hang-
designed,
the
but they're not
phone hung
designed for
up.
rehabilitation. They're designed for what they're designed for: incarceration and punishment, and financial demand. That's all. That's all. You as United States jails are designed for. That's it. No more.
Man, we got lost on the line. The phone hung up. But I hope y'all take this. Y'all really understand this because I know we do dogs and stuff, but we do a lot of other things as well. That's why it's platinum paws and more. You know, Dave is planning. We got things, man, that we really trying to do for the community. So we working on it. Y'all look forward to the content we gonna have coming. And y'all enjoy yourself, enjoy this video and pass it and share it and let your people hear it.
And subscribe and like. Press that
And
like and subscribe
subscribe
button.
and like to the channel. We trying to get 100,000 subscribers. Peace.
We trying to make
Pause
sure we
up.
heard and y'all heard as well. Playing
And
pause to the wall. Oh, pause up, baby.
100.